At the beginning, we had, First Presbyterian Church had a daycare program, and it was just downstairs here at First Pres. Mr. West, who was a church member, was also a vice president at Tandy, and he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which you might know was a rare diagnosis and just beginning to be understood in the 80s.
James L. West was a very respected, leader in the community and of the church, and he saw how people treated him because he had dementia, and they didn't know what to do, and it just bothered him greatly. And he said, I want to do something with this money to help those with Alzheimer's, and I think we need a residential center, education, a place that people can have their family member go and they feel comfortable about it.
At the time, there were only 2 other Alzheimer care centers in the country. So, that we were in the leading edge of Alzheimer's care at the time in 1991. The board initiated a nationwide search for the first executive director, and we were fortunate in finding and hiring a lady by the name of Maura Reinhardt, who came from a facility in Colorado Springs. She had been a nurse way back, and I think in her career. She was also a nun, so she had a long involvement in caring for people with dementia.
It's amazing what they've done here. Besides the respite care, the daycare and then the respite care, it's growing into more than I think our original board ever envisioned.
The outreach program here in James L. West, specifically here in Fort Worth, the Sid Richardson Foundation gave seed money for that, and in 6 short years we've been reaching 14,000 people with the community outreach programs.
When you have one patient with dementia, you actually have 2 because you also have their caregiver. So as James L. West advanced, really started looking at how to more engage and educate caregivers of persons with dementia. The caregivers or family members of the residents at James L. West are really partners in care with us.
We try to help the larger community in Tarrant County and in Fort Worth understand the significance and the unique role of the West Center. It continues to be a not-for-profit, which is an unusual status. We are surrounded by for-profit memory care facilities, but there's something pure and beautiful and dignified about an agency which does this, not seeking to be profit-making, but seeking to be community building.
James L. West has become a prototype over the last 25 years. We are so very blessed to have premier facilities. Actually, this whole community is known for our hospitals at all levels, and we are as a community very blessed.
For the future, the next 25 years of the James L. West Center, I hope we can continue with the loving, wonderful staff that's here. When we built this building, I remember saying, we can have the most beautiful 4 walls, but unless you have the care inside, the 4 walls, beauty's only skin deep.
But looking down the road and the silver tsunami of all the folks that we expect to have Alzheimer's, we're trying to prepare the community and eventually maybe hopefully find a cure. We just try to train the next generation of doctors and nurses here as well, so that they can go out and spread the word of what it really takes to do and perform fantastic care.
I think the dream would be just to keep up with the increasing level of understanding and of the disease. A lot has been learned over the last 25 years. Over the next 25 years, a lot more will be learned.
Really important for all of us that care for persons with dementia to really treat them with respect and dignity, to not ever lose the concept that this individual is still the same person. They are just a person now that has an illness that has affected their memory and their capabilities in their activities of daily living. But it does not diminish them as a person or the human being or the person who has contributed to their family and to our society.